that I'd ended up doing, with Guy and Jason, with press, media opportunities, managing sort of brands and partnerships that I could bring in. But by the way, I can also be his S&C coach and advise on a number of other things. So yeah.
I think you were just about to say there, and is kind of close protection, but then you were like, well, it's David Haye. Maybe people won't believe me on that one.
Well, you say that. I mean, David, I think everyone, who follows David, they remember that brawl that he had in Germany with Derek Chisora. I think this title that used to come up. So I was never a security guard. I was never a bodyguard. But, again, my cauliflower ears and my thick neck and, even Guy was hanging around on set for a period of time, and you hang around a set, Guy sticks you in front of you, right, go and stick this suit on. I want you to look like a Russian security guard in Rock and Roller.
Yeah.
So like, I am what I look like. I'll do it.
I am that stereotype.
Yeah. So, David, that altercation happened in Germany one night. We were out in for the, God, who was fighting? It was Chisora versus Klitschko. And we just popped into the press conference because the next fight David was due to have was with Klitschko. That's why I was brought on to get him in shape for the Klitschko fight. And then we were standing at the back of the press conference. No one knew we were there. We just snuck in, had a little look. It was about Chisora. Chisora put on a phenomenal performance that night. And Klitschko's managers just turned around and went, someone had asked him, so when's the David Haye fight? And his manager said, it's never going to happen. I'm like, for fuck's sake, like that's just 6 months of work I've just lost out with because I'm only here to get me in shape for that fight.
Yeah.
David then very vocally shouts out from the back, what do you mean it's never going to happen? We've got 2 points on the contract or something like that, The world's press just spin round like that. I'm standing next to David. I'm like that, trying to move out. Shuffling. And, then this whole thing happens between Derek and David of, this is Derek's limelight. He's just put on a performance of his life against Klitschko, wins 12 rounds. It's his moment. And David's now, no one cares about him. They're all on David. So they then start whatever. Derek Chisora gets up, starts walking towards David, and I'm next to him. David's got a bottle in his hand that he's drinking some apple juice. And I'm like, you see my hand in the picture trying to take this bottle away. And then before you know it, I'm in the middle of these two huge dudes who, elite athletes.
Quite hard.
What's that?
You hit quite hard.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, I was stuck in the middle, and I'm like, I will happily wrestle you two, but I am not getting into a punching match with either of you. So that all kicked off. And I think, there's a few pictures knocking around where I'm, whole manhandling Chisora.
I think obviously I recall a couple of them, I think.
And I think after that, I think, any position that I then got with my clients for working with families or training or within branding or whatever I did, they were like, oh, our clients also say for Bobby, we don't need security either. It's like a save of a cost there. So that was kind of that. But